Simmons, Kamora's husband. I told you I was coming back. Now, Russell Simmons has done something very strange to me, but, you know, this is just what these guys do. Russell Simmons built a house, right? Big old house, looked like a big gymnasium or something. And he has a basement in this house. And in this basement, he has a god, an Indian goddess called Kali, K-A-L-I. If you do your research, Kali is the Indian yoga goddess of death and destruction. He has this statue of Kali in his basement. I mean, in his temple, in his house. And he prays to this statue every morning. Now, this is the guy with fat form clothes, right? This is Kali. With all the arms and... Now, Kali had followers that would worship her statue. Back in the 19th century, they would begin to worship her statue. So they wanted to sacrifice money, jewels, and possessions to this goddess. So what happened was, the goddess, what they would do is when people would come into the temple and begin to worship Kali as a goddess, there would be men that would come in and beat them up, kill them, and steal all of their possessions. They named these men thugs. Now, this is an image of what these men would look like. These men would go in, they'd beat the women up, or beat the men up, or whoever was worshiping Kali. They'd steal all of their possessions, right? And they'd hide it on their bodies, and they would put like jewelry and stuff in their mouths, and they would hide all of the possessions, and they would be like robbers and thieves. They were named thugs. Now, Russell Simmons, who is the godfather, supposedly, of hip-hop, or one of the gods, I forgot what his title is, of hip-hop, but he worships the goddess that ruled over, or supposedly ruled over, these thugs. Now, when we see the guys trying to be thugs, I'm a gangster, I'm a thug, they have no idea what they're saying. But they're setting themselves up to channel ancient spirits. Listen to what I'm saying. Russell Simmons worships Kali because of her involvement with the thug. The thug is synonymous of the hip-hop culture. Are you listening to me? I want to be a thug. I want to be a gangster. I want to be a criminal. And what ends up happening is these guys, when they're singing about being a thug, they begin to take on these characteristics and these spirits. They begin to channel these very spirits. That's Mike Jones. Now, my thing is, did Mike Jones look up the thug to see what the thug looked like? Because when I see these two pictures, I see a very accurate similarity, which is so-called a familiar spirit. The jewelry in his mouth, just like the thug. Facial expression. Every time he's rapping, he does this. It's a channeling of a spirit. Listen to what I'm saying. This stuff is older than you think it is. Slim Thug and Lil Jon and 50 Cent and Young Buck. These guys are glorifying being thugs.